Hi, and welcome to NWA Gives, Creating Your Communications Plan. My name is Carol Martin Longwell, and I'm going to take you through a few steps that you can use to create a multi-channel approach to your communications plan. In our multi-channel approach, we're going to take a look at your NWA Gives fundraising page, your own organizational website, your email, social media, group communications, one-to-one communications, and local media. Your NWA Gives page is how donors can give money to your organization. They can go onto nwagives.org and search for your organization. This will be the only way to find you if they don't have a direct link from you. Now, your page should include your logo, some eye-catching photos, perhaps a quote, more information about your organization. You can go to nwagives.org and search for other organizations to check out how you can create an eye-catching donations page. You can also use your own website to direct traffic to your fundraising page. You can create a donation button, banners and graphics, a blog, or even throw up a video. We also recommend that you create a form for donors to fill out for a reminder. This is a terrific way to capture emails for this campaign and future campaigns. And don't forget, the most important thing is to include the date, the time, and a link to your fundraising page. Email is going to be the primary way to reach your donors. Do make sure that you update your database to make sure that emails reach the people that you want it to get to. Also, consider segmenting your database and using different emails depending on your targets. Keep in mind that timing matters. You want people to actually open your email, so it needs to hit their inbox at a time when they're likely to be available and looking at their email. Also, a catchy subject line is going to help get them to click. Inside the email, make sure that you keep it personal. Make sure it's addressed to an actual person and signed from a person as well. Use casual language to try and strike a nice personal tone. Keep it concise and easily read on mobile devices. Be sure not to hide it amongst many messages. For example, you might be promoting another program or an event that's coming up. This is not the time to include NWA Gives. It needs an email of its own. Be sure to include your link to your fundraising page as well as your contact information in case people have follow-up questions. And then don't be afraid to experiment. You can do 2 different emails, send them out to different segments, and see which does better. This will help you inform how you do emails in the future. Here's a sample follow-up to people in your database who don't yet have a strong connection. Perhaps they've just asked for a little bit of information about your organization. You can see that I've used someone's first name, I've signed my own name, as well as avoided any sort of jargon or really that sort of mission statement feel inside this email. Now, your social media, you can use this to create awareness, also to build some community. You can make it really interactive and get people involved with each other as well as with you. You can inspire action and also share the stories about your organization and show your impact. Be sure to be interactive. Use hashtags so that you can be found easily. Reach out to influencers so they can spread the word about you. Use good quality images and images that are relatable. And then be sure to collect the data that you accumulate using your social media. Local media can be very helpful as well. Be sure to create a media release or several throughout your campaign. Send out to radio, newspaper, TV, podcast, bloggers, community calendars. There's lots of different ways to reach media. And be sure to ask connections within your organizations if they have connections in the media. Anytime you have a personal connection, it's a little bit easier to get your organization into the news. Group communications are things like newsletters and bulletins, posters, flyers, yard signs, t-shirts, bumper stickers, anything that's aiming at a large group rather than just an individual. You can use all of these methods to raise awareness, but they're probably not the ways that are going to get them to donate to you specifically, but it will help raise the excitement around the event. One-to-one communications are really essential in getting your donations. It's all about creating a relationship. So you can do that through emails, texts, calls, in person. You can do it before the event, the day of the event, even after the event to see if you can catch some people who forgot or just didn't have time to donate on the day of the event. So you're going to want to create some sort of calendar to coordinate all your communications. You want to make sure it's spread evenly throughout the month or so before the event, and then gets a little bit more intense as we lead up to the day of the event. You want to make sure that your target population is being hit by more than one method of communication. And you want to make sure you know who's doing the communication, who they are targeting, and then when it's going to happen, and what your goal. What are you trying to get them to do? Are you trying to get them to give you some information or spread your message, or is it actually asking them to donate? There's lots of different ways of doing this. I like to lay it all out in a grid like this and then transfer it onto my own calendar to make sure that it looks like it is well spread out and thought out. So remember, overall, you need to be clear, be consistent, and be remembered. So get out there, don't be shy, share your story. If you need more information, you can contact us at info@nwagives.org. I also recommend that you go to NWAGivesTraining.com and check out some of our webinars. There's quite a few good ones that you can use for reference and to delve a little deeper into this information.